The World Cup. I mean, it's more than just a tournament, right? It's a global obsession. But have you ever stopped to think about who's really pulling the strings? Who decides where it's played, how the rules are set, and yeah, where all that money goes? Well, in this explainer, we're going deep inside FIFA, the powerhouse organization that runs the world's most popular sport. All right, so here's how we're gonna break it all down. First, we'll cover what FIFA actually is. Then we'll look at its supreme legislative body, followed by the core decision makers. After that, we'll dive into how they keep the game fair, and finally, what they do to make football a truly global phenomenon. So, let's start with the basics. What is this organization with the famous four-letter name? FIFA stands for Fédération Internationale de Football Federation. It's been around since 1904, and it's basically the ultimate authority in the football world. They control pretty much everything, from the World Cup you watch on TV to youth programs happening right in your local community. And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, look at this number, 211. That's how many national football associations are members of FIFA. Now get this, that's actually more members than the United Nations. It is a truly, truly global organization. And this is where most of us see FIFA's power in action. They're the ones who create these incredible moments that become a part of history. You know, the stages where heroes are made and whole nations come together. This is the glamorous side of FIFA. But to really understand the whole picture, we need to peek behind the curtain. So in an organization this massive, where does the real power lie? Well, let's start at the very, very top. You can think of it as FIFA's version of a global parliament. This is the FIFA Congress, and it holds the ultimate power. Okay, I want you to just picture a room with representatives from all 211 of those countries, and each one gets an equal vote. That's the FIFA Congress. This is the place where the fundamental rules of the game are written, where leaders get chosen, and where the entire future of global football is debated and decided. Now, you can probably guess that a Congress with 211 members can't just meet up every day to make decisions. It'd be chaos. So let's zoom in on the smaller, more agile groups that handle the strategic direction and the day-to-day leadership. And that brings us to the FIFA Council. Think of this group as FIFA's strategic cabinet or its board of directors. It's the main decision-making body that meets between those big Congress sessions to steer the organization and set its overall strategy. This slide does a great job of showing the power dynamic. On one side, you have the Congress. That's the ultimate legislative power, representing absolutely everyone. And then on the other side, you've got the Council, the strategic body making the key decisions to keep the whole ship moving forward between those big meetings.
And right at the head of that table is the president. Currently, that's Gianni Infantino. He's not just the face of FIFA, he's the one whose job it is to turn the vision of the Council and the Congress into a reality. His presidency has really been defined by this stated goal of modernizing FIFA and making it a more accountable organization.
Now, working right alongside the president is the Secretary General. This person is appointed by the Council, and they're basically the chief administrator. They're responsible for the massive day-to-day operations and just making sure the entire global organization runs like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so we have the lawmakers and the strategists, but what about the referees for the organization itself? I mean, every major body needs a system to uphold its own rules. So let's take a look at FIFA's internal justice system. To keep the game fair, FIFA has this three-tiered justice system. First, the disciplinary committee steps in when rules get broken, whether that's on or off the pitch. If you don't agree with their call, you can take it to the appeal committee. And sort of watching over everyone is the ethics committee. They're the internal watchdog, making sure everything is done with integrity. And then there's the football tribunal. This is a really specialized body that handles very specific football-related disputes. Think about those complex disagreements over player transfers between clubs from different countries. This tribunal is a key part of keeping order in that huge global transfer market. All right, let's pivot a bit from governance to action. How does FIFA actually execute its mission to develop and grow the game all over the world? This is where its operational arm comes into play. And this is where you can see that FIFA's mission is so much more than just organizing the World Cup. They have entire teams dedicated to leveling the playing field for women's football, others running programs to find the next generation of superstars, and even divisions focused on using the power of football to promote human rights. So, how does all this work on the ground? Well, FIFA has regional development offices scattered all over the world. They're the boots on the ground working directly with those 211 member associations, providing support and guidance to help develop football at the local grassroots level. And FIFA's impact isn't just about the here and now. They're also invested in the soul of the sport. You've got the FIFA Foundation, which uses football's power for social good, the museum in Zurich, which is like a shrine to its history, and the Legends program, making sure the heroes of the past can inspire the stars of tomorrow. So there you have it. From the supreme authority of the Congress, where all 211 members get a voice, down to the council setting the strategy, the judicial bodies keeping it fair, and the development offices growing the game on the ground. Yeah, it's a complex structure for sure, but it's all built for one single purpose: to govern and to grow the world's game. And that leaves us with one last big thought. When you have a single organization responsible for a sport that is played and loved in every corner of the planet, with 211 different members, all with their own interests, what do you think is the single biggest challenge it faces in trying to shape the future of football?